Welcome to the 343rd Julian Assange Sydney Town Hall gathering. Human rights are a set of principles that give inalienable protections to everyone. However, people often allow governments to be the arbiters of whose human rights will be protected and whose human rights will be violated. This is because governments and media work to persuade majority proportions of the population to believe that there are some who should not have their human rights protected. Government and media use propaganda techniques and other strategies to suggest there are minority groups that present a danger to the rest of society, and that members of these groups do not deserve to have their human rights protected. As soon as the majority of people allow their government to arbitrarily violate the human rights of a single member of society, the concept of universal human rights has been subverted. When laws are made to prevent free speech and organized protest, they are most often pitched as imposing restrictions on minorities. However, everyone needs to be able to speak freely and to participate in protests to maintain freedom, peace, and justice for all. When governments make laws to limit human rights, we all have to endure the consequences of a more totalitarian style of government. We must therefore always be alert to the hate speech of governments that make out various minorities are a menace to the rest of society. It is still possible for people to stand up for universal human rights. All we need to do is convince each other to do it. We all need to be talking more frequently about the concept of universal human rights. We all need to be able to resist the propaganda that suggests that human rights of anyone need to be limited. We all need to realize that the opinions of politicians and media are bought and that they don't empower us with the truth. We need to make sure that universal human rights are included in the conversations we have about how we are governed. Are your human rights worth standing up for? Join us at Sydney Town Hall every Friday. The Assange movement continues. Free, free, free the truth. Free, free, free the truth. free, free, free the truth. Thank you.
Well done, Joseph.
Yes.
I think the thing that you are protesting about, which is cash-free economy, which is happening right now, I think it's somewhere in the grey area, because first of all, at times cash-free economy is good, but at times definitely it hurts your privacy. So all of the things eventually are going to be dependent on the blockchain, and blockchain is dependent on the data is dependent on the internet. So basically it will depend on the power system. I think that's the bad side of it, but it also had good side, but I'm not sure what side should I support. But I personally prefer cash economy, but if it was to make money, I would bet on crypto.
Can I give you a leaflet?
Who is Dan Duggan?
He's a former US military pilot. Yeah, okay, so I'll tell you quickly.
Children of the revolution.
We are all Assange.